recording now.
Can you
Okay.
start with last part of
Yes,
yesterday?
yes. I will do that.
Hmm.
Now, let's start with the last part of it, which is our event-based solution, event-based and message-based. In event-based, we have two options. One is an event grid and another one is event hub, right? Next thing, for the message-based solution, we have storage queue and we have service bus. Now we discuss about event grid and event hub. Again, let's discuss about it. Event means what? Something is happened. Now, whenever something is happened, then what to do? Do you want to take action on it? Or do you want to just capture the data? So if something happened, if you want to take action by using a handler, suppose someone wants to showcase these things on their portal. Someone wants to take action of making changes on it, or someone wants to send the notification kind of things. So that is what the event grid. So now everyone will work on the pub sub model. One is a publisher, another one is a subscriber, right? So this is what the pub sub model we have, right? Now, publisher means it can be a source, right? It can be a source or it can be a publisher, and subscriber means it can be a destination. Destination, or someone will say that handler, something like that. So all of them are working on the same one, right? All of them are same. So whenever we are having anything event kind of things, if someone uploads something, some blobs on the storage account, if someone is creating the resources inside the subscription or inside the resource group, so like that, these are the events. Now these events happened, then that event grid will create. First of all, what we need to do that? First of all, we need event grid topic. First of all, we need to create event grid topic. After that, we need to create an event grid subscription. Now that subscription will connect with your handler. Now here, always that subscription doesn't mean that this is a billing unit. Subscription will define that this is an authenticated user, right? So you need the access or you need the connectivity from your event grid to the handler by subscription, event subscription. So for example, if someone is uploading blob inside the storage account, so suppose this is my storage account, and then this is my source. So here that event will happen. Now, if I wanted to showcase these things on the web application, this will be my web application. Whenever this is my web application, which is showing that whenever there is something happen, it will throw that message on to the web application itself. Okay, web browser. So if I wanted to do like this, suppose as a handler, I wanted to also add a function app, right? Maybe I can go for the function app. There are multiple options we have as a handler. You can also go for the logic app. You can also go for the service bus kind of things, right? So suppose these are my handlers and this is my source. Then how many subscriptions we required? So per publisher subscriber, we need subscription, separate subscription. So I will be having subscription one, which is in between storage and web application, and I will be having another subscription, which is function app and the storage account, right? So like this, we need to create a scenario. Now, once we have the subscription, we can add the filters as well. So that is what the when condition. When condition means what? If you remember, we have created one, or we have just discussed about one of that. So suppose this is my storage account, and if I want to create my event subscription, so I can go for this event option, and then I can go for the event grid subscription, right? Now it is directly creating the event grid subscription, but it is not like that. It will first of all create the topic. See here, it will create a topic where the source resource is this, and this is my topic. And after that, you need to add the event type when condition. So suppose you want to create a event whenever someone is deleting the blobs. So deleting the blob is my when condition. But on top of that, you want to add some filters as well. Suppose that blob is only relates to some container, as well as that blob I need only with the JPG. If someone deletes blob from the container which is in the JPG format, then again that is also from the same container, it is also a JPG format. But if you want to add more filters on the level of ID, topic, subject, event type, data version, metadata version and all, then you can add one more filters on it, right? So like that, here we can add the filter and we can specify in which condition it will trigger that event grid. Okay. Now, once we trigger it, here you need to add your handler. So this is your endpoint. Endpoint is nothing but your handler. So it might be your Azure function, it might be your event grid, namespace topic, other event grid. It might be your event hub. Hybrid connection means if you want to send this value, this event to the other cloud or anything from the outside, you can go for the hybrid connection. Partner destination like a mirror maker or something like that, who are also like your event hub, big data streaming platforms like that. If you want to send it to them, you can go for it. Or else you can send it to the service bus queue, you can send it to the service bus topic, or you can go for the storage account queue, or you can go for the webhook. Now here you can't get the option for the web application, because over here I have mentioned that you can also go for the web application, right? But here we don't have option for web application. So if you wanted to send it to the web application, you want to make your handler as your web application, you can choose this option, webhook. So if you have a URL for it, you can use your webhook, right? So you can add the handler and then you can send that things. Now, whenever you are creating it, first of all, it will create a topic and then it will create subscription. Okay. So this is how that event grid works. Now, also we discuss about the event hub. Event hub is only capture mode. Capture mode means if there is a big data streaming platform where there are multiple sensors or there are multiple customers are accessing that application at the same time. You can imagine that big bazaar or Reliance Trends or any online shopping websites. So every day continuously customers are accessing that application, customers are doing transaction, they are purchasing the orders, right? Products and all, right? It means huge amount of data is getting created per second. So to collect that amount of huge data or big data, we need event hub. So this is capture only mode. This is what? Capture only. So the main purpose is just capture it and send it. That's it. So while capturing it, you can divide it into the partitions. As I said, for the Uber and Ola, you can divide it in multiple locations. Maybe it's a Bangalore, maybe it's NCR, maybe it's Pune, like that, right? So these are the locations are there. So you can just collect the information from that partitions, group them together and send it to the data lake. It is not always a data lake. You can also send it to the log analytic workspace or any other things. So this is your consumer group, right? This is your consumer group, right? So like that it will work. It will just collect the information as an event and send it to the data lake. Now, once we are done with this, to create the event hub, you need to create event hub namespace. And after that, you need to create multiple event hubs inside that. So that is the procedure. But to send that events, to receive that events, there are no other option. You can't see that. What is that? You can't see how to add the events, how to access the events and all. So whatever you are performing with the help of Event Hub, you can do it by using your programs. That's it, codes. So you need to attach your applications to the Event Hub and then send the information. And by using the code only, you can send it to the data lake as well. Okay. As of now, there is no other options. Now let's discuss about our storage account, storage queue and the service bus. Now, queue means what? First of all, let's understand queue. Why we need the message-based solutions. So, suppose A wants to send a message to B person. Let's suppose I wanted to send a message to Umesh. I'm taking the example. I'm sending that message, my work is done. Umesh is not available to receive that message. Then someone needs to be there in between who will hold that message. If B is not available due to any reasons to receive that message, someone needs to be there to hold that message because A already sent that message, right? So someone is there who is holding that message in terms of the FIFO, first in, first out manner. So that is what the queue. So queue is nothing but it's a temporary storage. When B is available or receiver is available, that message will be sent or received by B. That message will be discarded from the queue. So like that, we have a queue service. Now, where we need that queue services? Everywhere. So if two application wants to talk with each other and we need to make sure about that the communication is in place, then we need to create a queue over there. Sometimes we need to send same message to multiple users and we need to make sure about that that message will reach out to that particular application or device or the person. Then we need queue services. Because what if suppose I have purchased the product and that once we purchase a product, that message or that information has been sent to the warehouse to start my dispatch. It went to the notification to send me that SMS service, right? As well as it has to be going to the database to reduce the count by one. Suppose let's say I got the message that hey, you have purchased this product. Database also got one message that okay, this particular product has been sold out. You need to delete that one of the quantity. Okay. But let's suppose this is something went wrong and this has not get the message. Then what will happen? Everything works fine, but the data warehouse will not start the dispatch, right? So how I can figure out that that message, whatever I have sent, that is properly received by the receiver. So for that purpose, if you want to make sure about that, then you have to add the queues over here, right? And if there is a one too many, that queue is called as topic. That queue is again called as topic because we are working with the multiple queues at the same time, right? And we are sending one message only with that different queues. Okay. So this is a simple queue, one-to-one communication. This is a topic which is one-to-n communication, one-to-many communication. Now let's talk about the storage account queue and service bus. So storage account queue, I can match that, or I can take the scenario like our SMS service. So storage account, let's consider as a SMS service, and service bus consider as it's a WhatsApp, right? So right now we are all using the WhatsApp. It is kind of an enterprise level for us, and SMS is just kind of backdated, something like that. We are rarely using that SMS services for the communication purpose right now. So storage account is having some limitations. Why we are not using that? So because there are some limitations. Now what are that limitations? So in that storage account you can only create queue. It means it's a one-to-one communication only. But in a service bus you can create queues as well as you can create topics. It means one-to-one communication, one-to-many communication, right? So this is the advantage. Another thing is, if you are writing your message, you can only write it in the terms of or in the text message only. But here sometimes what happen, I also want to work with my applications and all. So it might happen my application or my device can only understand JSON format or Excel, XML format. So here in the service bus, you can write your message in text format, in XML format, or in a JSON format. Okay. So these are the things are available. Now just wait. Let me just create one service bus first. So this is my service bus, and inside that service bus again you need to create a namespace. So I will create it in the day 5 and service bus something name, different name like this. East US region is fine for me, and I will go for the basic tier, and then I'll review and create it. Okay, I need to go for the standard one, because if I'm going for the basic tier, only queue is available. There is no topic. So if you want to check on that, you can just go for this, browse the available plans. So there are three options. One is the basic, which is only having the queue, and see here, the maximum message size is 256 KB. For standard one, you can go for queues as well as topics. It means one-to-many communication. And then you can maximum size is 256. But if you can go for this one, premium tier, you can support queues as well as topics. And then you can go for 100 MB size for one message. So I will go for the standard one and then hit on review and create. Let's wait. Okay. And hit on create. Okay. Now let's go back. So if I'm talking about the size, here you can only write your message in 64 KBs, not more than that. So if you remember that in many years ago, we have that SMS service with that limitations. You can write 20 characters or something like that, 20 words or something. If you want to write more than that, you need to create another message, right? So like that, here also we have same kind of a limitations. So for the storage account queue, you can write your message, but only 64 KB. Here you can go up to 256 KB to 100 MB. You can go up to 100 MB space as well, which is your one message size. Another thing we have, it's storage. So you can remember, you can understand that storage account queue. It means if I need that storage account queue, I can create my storage account in the standard tier. Near about 190 TB data space. So here near about 190 TB data space for the storage account queue, dedicated for the storage account queue, for my storage account. If I'm using standard storage account. So you can understand that 64 KB, one message size is 64 KB. It means I can store multiple messages in a one go itself in this huge amount of space, right? So if you want to create the logs or you want to make sure about that communication in a place, then you can go for the message based solutions. Suppose you want to trigger, you are using your DevOps solutions and someone is started that CI CD pipeline. You want to trigger on that. So it will send that message to someone else. So this will be also something like that, queue messages. So this is kind of a backend services. So for the backend services, you can always go for the storage account queue instead of the service bus. Now here, if I can talk about the service bus, maximum capacity is 80 GB. Service bus maximum capacity is 80 GB, which is very, very lesser than 190 TBs, right? But still, because of these options, for the enterprise level application, we have to choose service bus over storage account queue. Okay, not only these options, but we have other options as well, because storage account queue is a very, very simple one. So if you are creating the message, what is your retention time period? The retention time period is up to 7 days or infinite, right? Message never expires. So these options only we have. But here you can go beyond your limits. You can go very, very far. If I want to retain my data for 3 days, 20 days, 90 days, then I wanted to keep that data for 1000 days, whatever you want, you can just put that number of days of retention, which is called as a time to leave, right? Which is very huge and flexible. There is no option to retain it forever. Infinite option is not there, but flexibility is there. So you can decide your time to leave that message. Now here the thing is, if you suppose put that after 1 day, so my retention period is 1 day, then storage account queue after 1 day, it will discard that message. It means like a delete, and no one else will restore that message again. But here in the service bus queue, we have an option of dead letter queue. Dead letter queue means what? Suppose I am saying that 1 day is my retention period. If no one is receiving that message, then what happened? That message will be getting into the DLQ. So DLQ is like your recycle bin. So that message is present over here. And then what you need to do, you need to take care of that. You need to take a decision whether you wanted to again send it on your uh, queue to check for the receiver, or you want to discard that message. So this is up to you then, right? So for that, this DLQ you need to enable, but that option is at least there. In storage account queue, that option is not there, right? So let's go for this one. Now my service bus is also ready. So let's go for the storage account queue first. And this is my storage account queue. And inside that we have queues. Right? Simple one. You can create a queue. I can say that Q1, right? And inside that queue, you can create multiple messages. So see here, this is my queue. Now, while creating a message, you can have only one option for text message. So I will say that, hi everyone. So like that, I will put the message, and then you can expire that message within 7 days, or you can make it as a message never expires, which is infinite. So now let's say 7 days. Instead of that, I will go for 7 seconds. Okay. And now this is encode the message body in base 64. Base 64 means it's a kind of a binaries. In binaries, if you are doing that, so if you are writing that message for 64 KB, because of using the encode message body in base 64, that message will become 45 KB. So now you have more space to write your more information or your more message, right? So that's why you can just go for it. Now this is my simple one. 7 seconds. After 7 seconds it will be gone. Okay, see here, you can see that message, everything over here. And let's say if 7 seconds are done, let me just refresh my page. See here, gone, discard. There is no option for the restore. Now here we have two options. DQ the message. DQ message means one by one message. If you want to delete, you can go for DQ. There is a clear queue. Clear queue means if you in a one shot itself you want to delete all the messages inside the queue, you can go for the clear queue. Okay, that's it for storage account. There is nothing else. So now let's go for service bus. So this is my service bus, and inside that service bus, you can create queues and topics. Now, if I can go for the queue, I will say that Q1, right? Here, maximum size is 80 GB. But for this particular queue, so maximum size for my service bus namespace is 80 GB. But under that, you can create multiple queues and topics. So for that, if you want to create your one queue for 5 GB or 1 GB, you can go for it. At a one time in my queue, what is the maximum delivery count? How many messages we can put? So you can just put it as a 10. This is your time to leave, means how many number of days you want to retain that message in a same queue. So I can say that 140, I can say that 1400, I can say that more and more. See here, the maximum value is this. You can see here the maximum value is this, like that. So you can add this. So I will make it as 1, right? Lock duration. So if you want to lock, see here, set the amount of time that the message is locked for other receivers. After its lock expire, the message pulled by one receiver becomes available to be pulled by other receiver. Means if there are multiple receivers are there, then how you want to lock this particular message. So 1 minute time period is there. So if someone, suppose I am the one who is the receiver, if you remember, there is one option in storage account which is we can what we can say, there is one option, I don't remember that right now. We can freeze it. Means if there are multiple users are using it, we can go for the lease. Okay, lease is there, right? So we can, what is mean by lease means you are locking that particular data because you are using it. Once you use it, you can just open that lock, release, and then other members can access it. So like that, if you want to lock that particular message for a 1 minute, you can do that, right? Now after that, here these are the features we have. One feature is there, enable auto delete on ideal queue. If there is, because of some glitch or something like that, if there is an ideal queue, then there is an option that auto delete. You can enable this option as well, right? After that, here we also have the duplicate detection. Duplicate detection means what? Let's say you send that message, but whenever you are sending that message, your service bus or queue collapsed, and now you don't know about that whether that message has been sent or not. So you are sending that message again. So this is one kind of scenario. Other than that, because of the glitch, there is one message, you are just sending one message, but it is appearing for twice in a queue. So this is kind of a duplicate detection. So it will only detect the duplicacy. It will not delete or anything. That is your part. You need to make sure about that, whether you want to send it double times, you have sent it double times, or this is kind of a duplication, right? After that, here we have the dead lettering. So this is what the dead lettering. So you need to enable it. So after a 1 day of expiry time, that message will be appear inside the dead letter, and then you can also, then you can take the decision on that whether you want to send it back to the queue or whether you want to delete it, right? So it will enable the dead letter for the message on the message expiration. Then we have a enable partitioning. If you are collecting the information from the multiple senders, then you can enable the partitioning. Session, always we know that this will be FIFO in a nature, first in first out. But if you need a guaranteed FIFO, then you can enable the session. Same thing for here as well. You know about that you are forwarding that message to queues and topics once we are receiving from the once we are getting it from the sender, right? Again, if you want to do the guaranteed forward message to queues and topic, you can go for it, right? And then you can create it. Simple. So this is what how we have the queue. Now once we have the queue, so here inside the entities, I can go for this. And here there is one service bus explorer. So this is the best option Microsoft has given us to understand how service bus is working behind the scene. So the here from here you can send the messages, from here you can receive the messages, and from here you can check that that message is present inside the queue. Okay. So suppose I'm sending that message. See here there are three options. Either you can go for the XML, JSON file, or the text plan. So I will say that hi everyone, right? I will put it like this only, everyone, and then send it. Done. Now once you send that, that message will be appeared inside a queue. See here, this is my queue. Now I wanted to receive that message. When I receive that message will be discarded from this queue, right? So this will become 0. Now to do that, there is two modes. We have two modes. One is a peak mode, one is a receive mode. So peak mode means what? Your notification. So whenever someone is sending you that message, maybe on any messengers, you can just pick that message easily. How you can pick that message? In the notification panel only you will get to know about that who has sent what message. So it doesn't mean that you have received that message. To receive it properly, you need to open that application. Maybe it's a WhatsApp application. You need to open that, and then you need to click on that sender name. And then only that message will be getting received completely. So this is a pick mode, which means if I'm doing that pick from the start, then I can read that message, or I can say that this is a pick message, means we are just checking it from the notification. So it doesn't mean that that message is being received. So see here, this message is still inside the queue. If I want to receive that message, then I will hit on receive. And here again, if you want to lock that message, I don't want to receive it right now. So you can lock that message, and then you can go for the other message. You can receive the other messages. So like that also you can perform and then hit on receive. So this is again peak lock. So let me just do one thing. Receive mode. Let me just go for this. See here, still it is loading because that message is getting into that peak lock. It is locked. So till that message is not locked, then and then only I will get that. See here, no messages received. So let me just again start for it, receive and delete, and then receive it. Let's see. I'm not getting that, because see here, the maximum time to wait for this is in that milliseconds, right? So what I can do, I can go for the another message, hello, and then send it. Once we send that, now we have two queues. Now I will go for this one. Number of messages I wanted to receive, two message. Let's try for it. See here, I can only receive, I can only get that second message, not the first, because still that first message is in the lock stage. So like that, you can work on your peak mode, peak mode, after that receive mode, and inside the receive mode, there is a peak lock mode. Okay. So this is how it works for the queue. Now let's go back to the topic. Now to work with the topic, we need subscriptions as well. We need one by one subscription. So first of all, let me just create topic one, and then create it. So now here, if we have a multiple receivers, receiver 1, receiver 2 and receiver 3, then we have subscriptions as well. So as I said, this is a pub sub model. So whatever the connections you need the separate connection. So here I need subscription 1, subscription 2 and subscription 3. No matter what, they all are taking that same message in their queue, but we need the proper connectivity between publisher and the subscriber, right? So let's go for it. So over here inside my topic 1, there is a subscription. See here we have the subscription. Now I need to create one subscription. So subscription 1, I will say like this, subscription 1, and then create. I will create one more subscription. So let's create another subscription, sub 2, right? And then create. It means I have two receivers. Okay, now I have two receivers. Now let's go for the service bus explorer. And from here, I need to send that message. Now, when I send that message, hello message, right? And then send it, then that message will be appeared in the different subscriptions queue. So let's say there we are not having anything, because here we have not selected the subscription. If I'm selecting the subscription 1, then here I'm getting that 1, because in the subscription 1 queue, there is one message. So let's suppose I wanted to receive that message. I wanted to receive that message. I will go for receive and delete, right? It means that receiver 1 is reading that message. So this is my receiver 1 who is already reading that message. So for that person, that message will be discarded from the queue, right? Now, what about the same message has been sent to the receiver number 2 by using the subscription 2? That message is still there. You can see that instead of the receive mode, I can go for the pick mode, right? So this is the one, pick from start. Let's wait. Okay, so how it will work like this, right? So we are done with our subscription, we are done with our service bus, storage account queue, event hub, event grid, and that's it. So let me just quickly go through this one, whether we have done with each and everything or not. So this part is done, compute is done, identity is done, After that, administer governance is done. This part is also done. Virtual networking part is done. Storage account is done. Backup BCDR is done. After that, monitoring is done. Migration, and this part is also done. So like that, we are done with our all topics. Okay. Any questions till now for the topics? Yes. Any questions on the topics? So far, so good.
For
Yes,
now,
Sahil.
yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. So let's talk about how to prepare for the examination. Okay. So at the end of the day, we have to go for the examination. We have to collect the badges for that, right? To set our skill sets every time. So if you are searching for any certification, I guess I have already given you that link, right? So if I can take that link.
Yes, that will take it.
Yes. So with that link, this is the one link, right? So you need to figure out which one suitable for your organization or as per your responsibilities, right? So
Mm-hmm.
suppose, and always remember that fundamental is optional certificate. If you already have AZ 120 for 140, 204 or anything, it means that you already aware about that technology. You don't need to go for this fundamental level. Same thing for this one as well. If you already know about 104 and all, you don't need to go for any other. Here they have made the mistake. Expert level have to be with AZ 104, right? So you need to complete the AZ 104, then and then only you can go for 305. All right, then next thing is same thing for DP 900. But I will just suggest that just go through, if you are working for the DP series data part, then always at least go through the learning paths, just high level overview, and then you can start your preparation for your certification. Now, out of this certification, DP 203 is already expired. Instead of DP 203, there is a DP 700 certification, which is again on Microsoft Fabric, right? I don't think so. DP 500 is also there, that we need to check. Okay, so you can also check on that. Another thing, AI 900. So this is the AI series, and in AI series, there is only one certification, major certification, which is AI 102. And if you don't want to go for AI 102, you want to go for the applied skills. Yes, we have so many applied skills only on AI. Gen AI, and each and every. It means that for AI 102, each and every topic we have one applied skills, right? And this is DP 100, which is nothing but this is kind of more on the data science part, how you can implement and data science solutions, right? After that, here MD series, managing Microsoft Teams and all, which is relates to you, Sahil. So you can just go through that. This is a PL series. So I will not talk about too much on the PL series. PL series is more on the Power Platform. So it is majorly on low code, no code. If you are a developer, but you don't want to write everything inside the codes. So if you want to work with your connectors and all, you can go for the PL series, right? After that, if you are working for the security part, you can go for the SC series. SC series, SC 100 is expert level. Other than that, others are intermediate level. I will say that SC 400 is also expired. Instead of that, there is a new certification which is SC 401. Okay. And here AZ 500. If you are planning for AZ 500, as you are the administrator, you need to understand what are the security vulnerabilities, how you can manage the security part as well. Okay. So for AZ 500, I will suggest that first of all, go for 104, and then only go for 500. This is not a mandatory, but it is kind of AZ 500 is having each and everything. whatever the resources are remaining from other certificates, they just put each and everything over here. So your AD Connect, everything is present inside the AZ500 as part of the security, right? So this is the one. After that, this is a MB series, Dynamic 365 CRM and ERP systems, right? So if you want, you can go for that. So these are the things. See here. These are the applied skills. You can see here, Microsoft applied skills. You can see that applied skills from here as well. Some of them, I guess this is the older PDF, but this is good. You can just get here and there, something here and there only. So I guess this is the PDF they have created last year. After that, there are some changes, which is kind of a SC401, DP700, like that. But at least you will get some idea on that. Okay. So this certification is valid. This certification is also there. 2003 is also there. So like that, you will get multiple certifications. See here. 1001 Kubernetes certification is not there. Applied skills. So this is retired. So like this, you can just go for it. Yes, see here, this one. So if you want to work with MS series, MS 4004, empower your workforce with Copilot for Microsoft 365 use cases. So those are the majorly focused on the Copilot. And if you are working with MS, Microsoft 365, use Copilot. Once you use that Copilot, you will get to know about that there are multiple things that you can do and it will simplify your task. So that's why I will suggest that go for this one as well. Okay. I guess that's it. So these are the certifications and the applied skills we have, right? So you need to check which applied skills or which certification is relates to your roles and responsibility. So right now we are preparing for 104, 305. If someone wants to go for 204, they can go for 204 as well because we have completed most of the modules over here. Okay. Now, how
Chaitanya, one thing, like before we go with AZ 305 and 400 DevOps engineer, we should complete 104, right?
104 mandatory.
Mandatory. And then what are the things like only these only storage and network, and is there any specific thing? 104, deep level,
104 is having each and everything.
everything, and not
Everything.
deeper level, but like a kind of associated level.
It is associated level, yes.
Hmm.
Associated level means at least you need to understand all kind of administrations.
Hmm.
So whenever anyone is starting with Azure, I am suggesting them to go for AZ104 because this is a basic
Hmm.
and everyone should know about it because certification, all other certifications are having administration part here and there.
Hmm.
So that's why that is the mandatory certification. Okay.
And is a Azure developer only related to develop things, or it's related to all of this develop things also?
AZ204 is the development.
Uh,
So this is for the developer's perspective. So it is not like that they will not teach you how to write the code. That you already know.
yes, yes,
How
yes.
to implement that codes and how you are
DevOps
developing that
things.
codes in your Azure.
DevOps. Yes, 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 yes.
That is what the Azure developer course, which is AZ204.
Hmm.
So if I can go over here, you can see that AZ204 somewhere here. See
Hmm.
here.
Hmm.
So this is the path. If you are looking for AZ400 only, you
DevOps.
can go directly for 204 and complete the certification for 400.
Hmm. Hmm.
So 400 is expert.
Hmm.
Either you can complete 104 or 204,
Hmm.
then you are eligible to go for 400. So there are now the things you need to understand if you are coming from the administrator level background and also you need the DevOps knowledge, go for 104 plus 400. If you are from the development background and you want to go for the DevOps, then go for 204 plus 400 like that. Okay.
Hmm. Okay.
Now, whenever you are selecting your certification, just two words you need to remember. One is whatever your certification course, and then put word which is exam. That's it. So one wording is exam, another wording is GitHub Labs. Done. So go for it. Here, first of all, you will get the option of learn.microsoft.com. Don't go for other options. Always go for learn.microsoft.com. And over here, you will get all the preparation materials. So this is a self-paced. Means what? You need to get inside each and every modules and learn about it. Here only you will get the demonstration parts. Here only you will get the exercises and everything. Right? So this is the one which is learning path. Here only you will get this prepare for the examination learning path. You will get the practice for examination. You will get the option for take a examination, renew your certification. So this URL is very important, right? Now practice for the examination. If I can go down, so here we have the practice for the examination. Take a practice assessment. Don't think that these questions will be there in your examination, right? We will talk about the examination part as well, okay, in some time. Here you will get the launch sandbox. If you want to feel how that sandbox will look like and all, you can go for this launch a sandbox and follow the instructions. That's it. After that, if you want to go for the exam AZ104 prep video, tips, tricks, strategies, and preparing for this Microsoft certification exam, you can watch this video as well, right? And then if you want to schedule your examination, click on this. Once you click on this, you need to log in with your personal email ID only. Once you log into the personal email ID, you need to read each and everything's agreements and all these things. Now here you have two options. Either you can go for your nearest test centers, or either you can choose your home location as well. If you want to take the examination from your home itself, from your room, you can go for that as well. Okay. And then schedule the examination. Now you need to select the time as well. So always select a time, maybe early in the morning, because the voices or anything is not allowed. If someone is shouting from the outside of the room is not allowed. If someone is present in your room is not allowed. So make sure about that. If you are taking that examination from your room or from your home location, it has to be isolated room, because this is a proctored examination. Someone is continuously watching you, right? So even you can't do the lip sync when you are reading that question. You can't say any words when you are in that examination. You can't see here and there as well. Okay. So these are the things that we need to understand whenever we are going for the examination. It's a 2 hours course. Okay. Let me just talk about that part as well. So basically 2 hours will be the examination time, plus 30 minutes is check-in, right? It means if you are scheduling your examination at 7 a.m., then you need to start your web check-in as at 6:30 a.m. Right? Now, once you start with this, what you need to do? You need to be ready with your passport. If you don't have your passport, no worries. You already have your Aadhaar card or PAN card. Anything will be fine. Take that and go for the web check-in. No matter what, if you have already do the system check or anything, they have already given you the option test system before you are starting the examination. No matter what, you have done it multiple times. But at the time of web check-in at 6:30, you need to perform these things again. Make sure about that your internet connectivity is proper. If you are having any doubt on your internet connectivity, always go with your mobile phone hotspot. Because if there is a power cut or any other issues are there, and suddenly that internet connection gone, then you don't have an option to make the changes. Because when you start the examination, that examination will capture complete screen. You can't check your time, date, that's taskbar or any other things, right? That's why make sure about that your internet connectivity is proper, power connection is good and everything, right? Now, once you get inside that, first of all, they will check the complete system. After that, they will give you one link. They will ask you for the phone number. You need to add your mobile number. Then they will send you that SMS, and with that SMS there is a link to open the application. So this is a web check-in link. So you need to open that. Sometimes what happened, they are not able to send the message. Then you need to go back and there is a QR code scanner. So on your phone, there is a QR code scanner, scan it and then click on that link. Once you get inside that link, you need to take a first your picture, right? Current picture. After that, you need to take a picture of your identity proof. Now to select that, there is no, if you are not getting the option for PAN card and Aadhaar card, just select others and what is the issue country. That's it. Take your picture, front end, back end. After that, they will ask you to click a picture of your uh, desk. So suppose this is your desk, only your laptop, your mouse, your adapter is allowed. Other than that, writing pads or the pen or the water bottle, wrappers, chocolate wrappers or anything is not allowed. So better way, remove each and everything, even under your table. If there are some notes or something like that, you have to remove each and everything and then start clicking a picture. So they will ask you to take a picture from this side, complete this side. So they will check each and every details, what is under the table and each and everything, what is on your table, everything. You need to take a picture of your back side as well. You need to take a picture of your right hand side as well as or your left hand side. Now, whenever you are taking a picture, if there is a mess in your room, that is fine. So many things are there, that is fine. But no any kind of a writing materials. If there is a calendar hanging on the wall, remove it. If there is anything on this board, desk as well, if there is something written, then remove it, right? So they are more particular about these things. So remove each and everything and then go for it. So usually for the best practices, I'm just doing it from my bed or somewhere. I'm just sitting down and taking the examination with some table, right? That's it. So this is the simplest option for me. So easily they will check that each and everything and they will release your examination. Otherwise, you need to spend your too much time on that, because if they are getting anything suspicious over there, they will ask you, they will connect with you by voice messages or the voice calls, and then they will say that okay, remove this, remove that and this and that, and then you need to just showcase each and everything. They might be saying that okay, move your laptop here and there. So it is just kind of wasting our time of our examination, and this is kind of a panic situation for us as well. So that's why take a precautions of these things. That's it, done. And after that, once you are done, once you are clicking the pictures, submit that, come back to the screen and then refresh it. Put your mobile phone far from you, but if you're using the hotspot, make sure about that it is reaching that perfect internet connectivity on your laptop. Okay. After that, put your mobile phone on a silent, no vibrations. Okay. And keep it aside. If you are using your ID proof, keep that things also aside from that. Okay. And then you can refresh it. Then you are getting it into the lobby where they will check each and every details. So it will take some time. It might happen you have started at 6:30, but you are getting into the lobby at 6:45 and still you are waiting. Now it's a 7:15. Still you are waiting into the lobby. No issues. Once you do the check-in, once you get inside the lobby, then whatever time they are taking, that is okay. They will release your examination. And once they release your examination at 7:15, your timer will start for 2 hours. So like that. Okay. So these are the things are there to start your examination. Now, after that, your examination will be divided into 3 parts. One is a case study, one is MCQ, and third one is true and false. For expert level, 6 true and false questions. For associate level, 3 true and false questions. So there will be only one question with 3 options and only one answer is correct. Right? But here the thing is, once you answer for this and you are going for the second one and you think about that, okay, no, the last one was not correct, this one is correct. Then you can't go back and change the answer. Going back is not possible here in the true and false. So here the trick is, if you don't know about the question, if you don't know or if you are not confident on the what is the exact answer, put false for each and every one. False, false, false. Out of these 3, only one answer is correct. It means it might happen you will get at least 2 marks out of 3. Right? 2 will be correct out of 3. So here the chances of getting more answers correct is increasing. So this is the one kind of a trick. Another thing, every question, Microsoft will never create a question in a single or 1 or 2 sentences. They will always give you a paragraph, a huge paragraph. And then you need to read that question and then you need to answer it. Now, as per the survey, Microsoft says that if you've gone through the learning path or if you have attended the training of it and you have finished your all labs, then read that question once. Whatever answer comes in your mind first, that is the correct answer. And this survey is for 60 to 70%. That is the correct answer for sure. So that is what from the Microsoft survey. And even I also experienced the same thing, right? Whatever comes in my mind first, instead of doing the overthinking, that answer is correct. So always remember that. Don't go blind. Okay. If you have not done anything, if you don't know about the labs and all, and you are just reading that question and whatever comes in your mind, no, that is not the true one. Okay. So first of all, you need to read each and everything, study well, and then go for the examination. Now, in that question, there is a keyword. So you need to find out that keyword, which will give you the exact answer. So for example, if there is a paragraph for the storage account and they are saying that, okay, I want data center failure solution. Okay. But I also want the cheapest solution. Then you need to select ZRS because the keyword is data center failure as well as the cheapest solution. So we always need to go for the ZRS. So like that. Again, the same thing in the function app as well. They wanted to go for the cheapest solution. Cheapest solution means consumption plan. So like that, you need to select as per the that particular keyword. So you need to find out that keyword. Now in MCQ is the major part. Or let's say, if I can say that in your examination, there is a 1,000 marks of examination. out of that 1000 mark, to clear the examination, you should get a 700. It means 70% is the passing criteria. Okay. Now, these parts or these marks are divided into 50 to 60 questions, or I can say that 45 to 60 questions. So as per your set, examination set, it will be varying from 45 to 60 questions. Now in that questions, if they are asking multiple choice MCQs, otherwise they will ask you for the drag and drop. So this is my these are the steps and you need to put it in the correct order. So like that also. Also they will ask for the yes or no. So there is a yes, there is a no, and there are multiple questions. 3 to 4 questions are there. So you need to click on that, right? So in that question, each sub question is calculated as a separate question. The wattage is different. Okay. So don't think about that there is a negative marking, or if I'm making mistake over here in one, then I may lose complete question. No. So each and every question, sub question will be having the different grading and they will calculate it as the individual one. Okay. So don't worry about that part. Okay. Here also the trick is, if you don't know about the question, if you are not able to recognize that what is the question, then always choose only one side, any one side. Either mark all yes or either mark all no. At least you will get something from there, right? So here, out of that 45 to 60 question, 3 questions are coming over here. 4 to 5 questions will be here in the case study and remaining all are in the MCQs. Okay. Now 4 to 5 questions are on that case study means what? Here you will have a complete scenario. So something like that 2-3 pages of the question will be there, not complete pages, but it is divided in the future requirement, what is the current requirement, technical requirement, database requirement, like that. That kind of questions will be there. And on that basis, you need to search for the, or you need to answer that question. Now in that question also, they will say that, okay, this is belongs to technical requirement. Then go for the technical requirement part, read it properly. You will get keywords definitely over there. And then answer that question. So like that, we have case study, MCQs, and the true and false combination. And complete each and every pointer and then finish properly. Don't rush on that things. Okay, give the proper timing for it, and at the end it will give you the result as well, whether you cleared or not. Done. Now another thing, maybe I don't know that is useful or not, but every examination is divided into 5 study areas. So if I can go over here, here we have the 5 study areas. Maybe this one. There's something. There are some 5 study areas are there. Okay. Yes, this one. See here, manage Azure identities governance, implement, deploy, implement, and then monitor. So these 5 study areas. Now, when you are starting the examination, they will ask you the question first. What kind of experience you have with these study areas? 5 questions will be there. They will ask you, what is the experience with manage Azure identities and governance? What is the experience on implement? This one, and this one. Always choose. I'm new to that. I'm no voice. The last option. Because you are appearing for the examination for the first time. You are doing it for the first time. So why we need to do extra things? Why we need to tell them that, yes, I am expert on? No, we are not expert on it. So what is my thought, that if you are choosing that no voice or you are new to that, it will also impact on your question set. So it might happen because some of the team members said that they have chosen that expert level or something like that, and they got the labs as well in that lab kind of questions. But those who has selected no, we are new to that, and no voice like that options, they got only the questions, simple questions. So maybe that is helpful or not, but at the end of the day, no one will ask you that what options you have chosen over here. They will also not ask you that how many marks you got. They will only ask you that whether you cleared that examination or not. That's it, nothing, right? So how you achieve these things, that doesn't matter. What you achieve is matter, right? So these things are important while you are going for the certification. Now, one wording is what? Exam. So by using that wording exam, you can reach out to your learning document, which is having each and everything. Now, if you want to do the labs, perform the labs, then just simple go for GitHub Labs. So this is the wording for it. Any certification, you can follow the same steps. See here we have the link to labs, and here you will get all the labs. Everything I have already given to you, right? See here, demonstrations are also there. For 104 only we have the demonstrations. How to perform these things. At least perform this, or you can just at least go through this one. Okay. So this is one more thing. Now let me just show you same thing for AZ204. If I'm searching for AZ204 and then go for it. I'm getting this. See here? Go for the second option, and second option you will get all the labs, right? Because Microsoft has recently made the changes on 204 labs. So like that we have. After that, go back. Then let's suppose I wanted to go for 305 now. Then I can search for 305, same thing. GitHub Labs, first link, and then link to the case studies. See here, like this. Simple. So after this, suppose you are preparing, you wanted to prepare for any other certification, let's say 400. I'm just choosing GitHub Labs. Go for this. And these are open sources. You don't need to pay for it. Okay. Go down, lab to the HTML. See here. All the labs are here. So only two things that you need to do. First, you need to go for exam, right? And second, you need to go for GitHub Labs. That's it. Any certification, no matter what, it is only from the AZ. If you want to go for AI, so if I go for AI 102, GitHub Labs are there. See here. So I can go for this. All the labs are here. See? So like this, you need to prepare for your examination. Okay? All good? Any other questions? Even for the applied skills as well. Suppose applied skills, I have AZ 2008. So that is related to the DevOps. So if I can go for this one option. See here, link to the labs. These are the 2008 applied skills, right? So you will get each and everything. And the best part of Azure is all the documentations and each and everything is ready, and it is open source. So anyone can access it and anyone can practice it. Okay. So this is it. Now, any other things, team, that we need to discuss?
Even ma'am, even DUMS examination, like a model papers and examination scenarios also, we anywhere we get it apart from this.
Okay,
Like
so for
DUMS.
that, what I can do, usually we should not go with this. Okay, let me just stop my share. Let me just stop the recording because we are done with all